Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another round of the Blitz World Series.
Cause it's time to go beast mode.
J-Card, you missed it, buddy. You did it during the intro, so we missed it. 1,200 Blitz tokens down the drain. 2,000 Blitz tokens down the drain. All right, here we go. We got Zed. All right, I need you to stop. Zed, stop clogging up. Stop trolling in the feed. It went on for a long time. It was funny. Then it was endearing. Then it was kind of annoying. Now it's done. Cut it out. All right. Qien in yellow, fighting out of Russia in the bottom left. Zhas in red, fighting out of Kazakhstan top right. Yeah, it should be a banger here. So obviously Qien, a.k.a. the Octo Boy. There's a reason we call him that. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast. He just won the castle tournament handedly. And then if you guys missed it, Qien then beat Woody. It's true. He beat Woody on the castle map. So Qien's absolutely proved himself as the best Blitz player in the world right now. But Qien did just wake up. This is a brand new map. Qien does not know the map. Zhas has been playing the map a few rounds now. He's been watching it on stream. And Zhas has proven himself to have a very deep understanding of this map and Blitz in general. I think a lot of people kind of thought, you know, Zhas practices and then he knows the map because he plays them so much. He hasn't played this map before, and he came out looking super, super strong this morning on it. He's definitely given some interesting looks, so hopefully this will be a good matchup. I'm excited about it. Sov versus Sov to start things off, then we'll do Allied versus Allied, then Allied versus Sov, then Sov versus Allied. So both players building towards each other on the bottom right here. Yeah, we'll see our first point of contention here as we get into a nice base battle. Similar kind of action that we saw on the Kong map, where you kind of build around the outside, then you build into your bases, then you try to backdoor each other. Any of you guys who are just getting here aren't familiar with the map, in order to get a naval yard, you have to take over the lighthouse with an engineer, and then you can build a naval yard. So Qien going to push right in here into the sentry guns, but does pull ahead on the tank exchange. Clicking those tanks, nice tank control, even through the sentry gun, is able to get ahead here, and Zhas already in trouble. Down on rhinos, placing sentries, trying to stay alive here. Qien has a lot of money too. Qien's looking nice right now. 2 war factories, a bunch of money. Qien does pull out, but definitely gets a lot of decent value out of that exchange. Still up on rhinos, going to try to snipe an oil derrick. And the crates do come out here. So the crates come out every 10 game minutes. Every 10 game minutes, the crates come out. They give between 100 and 900 credits. Every 10 game minutes. So keep an eye on the timer. When it hits 30, they come out. When it hits 20, they come out. When it hits 10, they come out. Okay. Oh, but these little bunkers getting some damage done on those Qien's tanks. Qien kind of looking for some openings here, scouting that top side, continuing the base walk bottom side. Oh, but Zhas puts up a wall to try to stop the sentry gun from shooting his bunker. Okay, so now we have a battle on both sides right now. And Qien comes on top both sides with an elite on the top left now, and way up on rhinos. Way up on rhinos. Qien's a beast. Qien's an absolute beast. I mean, like I said, guys, he just beat Woody, and Woody was undefeated at the time. Qien's a monster, even not knowing this map. I was kind of thinking in this series that Zhas might be able to pull out a couple early ones without Qien knowing the map. Unfortunately, that's not how it works against the Octo Kid. He doesn't need to know the map. He doesn't need to know anything. He just needs to know where the enemy is. The mineral collectors, yeah. So we just run. This is just a mod that I've kind of come up with. I started playing. I like that it's a little bit faster. We can do, it's a little bit faster, more spectator friendly because it fits on one map. But it's just kind of a different version of the game. Just goes a little bit faster. When you have ore, you can't do the small maps like this. The games get a lot longer. So it's just a version of it we try to do. It's supposed to be a little bit more spectator friendly. So Qien does take home that first point. 5 minutes. Yeah, I think that's fair. Qien can't do anything for the first 5 minutes. Oh yeah, yeah. It's not like the Red Alert 2. Well, there is no official Red Alert 2, but yeah, this is just the mod that I run on this stream. This isn't like official. There is nothing official. Still plenty of people running traditional Red Alert 2 matches. If you go to ra2 www.ra2.info.com. No, that's not right. No .com. www.ra2.info. You can find links to some other YouTube channels. There are quite a few different people still running traditional show matches, competitive stuff at the top level, playing regular Red Alert 2 as well. All right, so here we go now. Allied versus Allied. You know, Zhas wanted to sneak out an early win there. Tried to use his map knowledge, tried to take something, but man, going toe to toe with Qien, Rhino for Rhino, he's just, I don't know how you can do it. It took Qien like 30 seconds to wake up. Qien was rolling. All right, so now we got Qien in the top left, Zhas in the bottom right. And Qien out with IFVs. Yeah, expecting some early arrow. He's going to go GI IFVs. I don't know what he has planned with this, but I'm excited to see. Yeah, Qien needs a handicap. I'm actually not sure what we're going to do with Qien this month. It's just like, you can't really even put him in the pro bracket. He's so far ahead of everyone right now. Maybe he just like gets a bye. It's like the winner. Whoever wins the tournament gets to play Qien in their own game, you know? I would like to get some more Woody Qien matches though on some other maps. It's the castle map Woody, Woody wasn't really as familiar with, and it kind of took... I really shouldn't take anything away from Qien. He played it really, really well, but I'd like to see Qien and Woody play some more standard kind of blitz maps. Standard blitz. It's funny. What are we talking about? All right, so I like that little hit and run from Qien with the GIIFVs. I think that's a nice move, but no Grizzlies out here. So Zhas has a nice, well, now some Grizzlies out. Zhas, not really much of a tank advantage. If he pushes into pillboxes, he probably won't be able to get much done. This is Yuri's revenge. 2v1 Qien. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's just 2v1 Qien. We just gotta see Qien lose. When was the last time we saw Qien lose? I can't remember. Oh, Qien, wait. I forgot that epic Qien and Luke battle when we debuted the castle map last month. I forgot who won that. Did someone won in game 7 on points? I think Qien won. Can't remember. Okay, so now, yeah, so both players having to manage their IFEs with their Grizzlies as Qien now settles into his second AFC, so a lot of Eagles coming. Oh, you mean the Yuri faction specifically? Yeah, no, we don't use the Yuri faction. We might use the Yuri eventually. Takes out one AFC, so nice little AFC war there. I like this base stretch from Zhas, and that forward barracks in the top right is super nice. The GIs are out. Yeah, I would like to incorporate Yuri into Blitz eventually. It's just hard with like modding. It's very difficult to add a third faction. There's kind of some different variables we need to consider, but it's definitely doable. It's on the list. I'm just trying to keep it simple early on. And Zhas is going to pick up a point here. Qien quits out. And that was a nice base stretch from Zhas. That forward barracks was nice. He managed his Eagles a little bit better than Qien, which is very difficult to do. Yeah, I like that. So 1-1. Possible barn burner situation, ladies and gentlemen. Possible barn burner situation, which I love. Always looking for the barn burners. Always looking for the barn burners. So now loser goes Sove. Now this is like, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see here what Zhas tries. Sove versus Allied on this map against Qien's early Rhinos. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how Yuri plays on these small maps. It's hard to say. It's very difficult to predict. All right, so Sove versus Allied now. Let's see. Watch Zhas's build. I don't think he'll stretch himself out. It's hard to say. He is stretching himself out just a little bit. So Zhas going to try to take this lighthouse. Ah, but the dog's coming. So I think his hut will kill the dog. So now Zhas going to try to take the lighthouse. Where is he? Zhas try to push naval here. And I like this. Allied versus Sov against Qien Sov. It's tough, and you got to do something a little bit wacky. You're not going to be able to defend it with Grizzlies. I think this is as good idea as any. To get a little bit weird, give him a look he doesn't expect. At the very least, surprise him. Okay, and this is the longer this goes, the better it is for Zhas. And Qien, oh, so Qien pumping quite a few oils before his second war factory. Decent batch of rhinos right now, and I like this base stretch for Zhas. Usually for Allied that can be tricky, but in this case he just needs to be careful. He's leaving his backside a little bit exposed. Okay, so now the AFC's out. Now, does Zhas have enough money to go Battle Lab? Probably not. He's only on 4 oils. So probably a 5th oil, then a Battle Lab. So now a 5th oil. Now if he gets this Battle Lab out, but now so Qien down to take the lighthouse to contest. Ooh, but the Prism Towers are out now, so we do see a Prism Walk from Zhas. And so Qien's just going to try to rush in, and Qien needs some fodder here. He is broke. You need some fodder. You throw some conscripts in there, could be really, really nice. And Qien might start trying to oil walk here a little bit. The Prism Tower is very, very nice. Ooh, Qien needs some fodder. Yeah, we are going to see an oil walk here from Qien. So Zhas needs to destroy that oil. He needs to sell off that base and destroy the oil. Cut it off at the leg. You can't let him continue to oil walk like that. Zhas just trying to win the tank battle here. And now, so Zhas brings his own oil walk. So Zhas, yeah, I would build another. I would sell it off. I'd sell it off and destroy the oil. That oil's too much of a liability. Ooh, but now the Prism's in range of that oil. Zhas making a nice push here. Okay, so now we have the fodder coming. Keep an eye on that paradrop top left. We got fodder coming in now. Does snipe out another oil with that Prism Walk. So now, ooh, gonna get this War Factory. Does get one of Qien's War Factories. Eagles on the top side as well. Because it's an elite GI. So now Qien's bringing the conscripts. Now that's the good move here. The conscripts, but oh, Zhas runs over all the conscripts. Nice micro from Zhas, but still pulling behind. These rhinos are just too strong. Qien gonna try to target that oil. Zhas needs to be so careful. If this oil goes down, he's gonna lose that AFC. And so, oh, Zhas is able to double hit. He hits the oils. Qien doesn't repair. He hits them again. And that's just a mistake from Qien to not be repairing that. And Zhas, heads up from Zhas to see the opportunity. The conscripts are still coming. Qien on 9k right now. So Qien needs to keep pumping. I'd like to see a forward barracks, pump the conscripts. Oh, and this elite GI, so annoying on the backside. The oils are going to come in to finish it off. Really heads up. Do they take the war factory? Yes, they do. Oh my god. Zhas looking so tough right now. And Qien, yeah, I mean, Qien's playing fine. You know, he's not making blunders. Zhas is looking really tough, though. So Qien can build a war factory right here or something. You know, it's actually kind of funny. Keep an eye on that oil from Qien. He could get a little silly with that, but he doesn't really have the money or anything to do anything right now. And the Grizzlies are coming. Zhas takes point number 2. Oh my god. We got the kid who's too good for pro, and we got the kid who says he's not good enough for pro. Yeah. Smery, it's not a barn burner yet. We has to be game number 5. When we hit game number 5, we gotta be careful, Smery, with the barn burner, okay? I mean, the barn burner emoji in the chat, you can throw that around, but the barn burner graphic on screen, we gotta save it, man. That's for like heavy hitters. Now, obviously, I'm with you. I want to smash at every point. The graphics really cool, though, Smery. All right. So now, Zhas gets Sov, Qien gets allied, and it's only best of 5. So the question is, can Qien get his head on straight? I just want to burn the barn. The question is, can Qien get things figured out? It is match point. This is it. You know, it is best of 5, and Zhas has Soviet. So Soviet's been tough on this map, but Zhas just picked up a win with Allied. So let's see if Qien can try to hang in this, figure out what's going on, prove that he's the Octa Kid, and take home this win. And we'll see if Zhas can try to take home a quick one. You got to imagine Zhas is looking to pump some early rhinos and take this one home quick. Yeah, we haven't seen much Navy yet. Well, those first matches of the day, we did see some early Navy, but then that last one, they've just the matches just get so busy. The matches are so fast that players don't really have time to get their tech and their naval going, which makes sense. With these base walks, players are base battling almost immediately, and base battles don't end. You know, like unit battles, you go attack, you leave, you come back. Once the bases meet, it's like that's a constant point of contention. You have to keep pumping defensive structures, keep throwing units at it. All right, so we are going to see Qien just bring out the early Grizzlies and the early fodder, and Qien takes the hut. I like that. It's funny. Good map awareness there. Barn burn responsibly. That's what it's all about. So Qien out with the fodder. He's out with the Grizzlies, and Zhas going to try to take a dive here, and Qien way out of position right now. Pillbox up, though, and a GGI out. So Qien brings a split. Qien's got 3 Grizzlies, very bottom left now. And Zha's gonna push right in. Zha pushes in. Qien's got a nice pillbox, but not enough. Not enough tanks. Another pillbox. Oh my god. Qien's got enough money to spam the pillboxes though. Oh, but Qien's diving bottom left. Doesn't get anything there. And so had Qien not split, he would have had the tanks to win this battle. Instead, he goes for the split, but doesn't get any value out of it. He does survive though. Yeah, don't count the Octa Kid out yet, that's for sure. Both players settling into a very nice economy at this point. Both on... Now, Qien on 7 oils. So Qien's looking super nice right now. The crates give money. Qien may or may not know that, but he'll figure it out. Gets 1 Grizzly out of position for it, though, but Zha's not able to capitalize. Zha's now on Battle Lab Tech. Both players nice economy, and now you see Zha's not able to get that much value out of his early pressure from Sov. So now he's going to settle into that tech. Here comes the nuclear reactor. Then we'll see the Iron Curtain. And Qien's Air Force a little late to this fight, but you see that's just Allied versus Sov on this map. Qien made the right assessment. He realized he had to get his Grizzlies out. He had to focus on his ground defenses, and he was able to resist. But now we're going to see Zhas does get the Navy out. So naval out from Zhas. Does snipe. Ooh, snipes that Battle Lab before the Iron Curtain can get out. Probably canceled the build on the Iron Curtain. It's always nice. And Qien now with 3 AFCs looking to win this battle in the skies, tilt this back in his favor. But Zha's in the water. Controlling that Battle Lab is everything. That Battle Lab's the juicer right now, guys. That allows the Dreadnoughts to come out. And Qien's going to get into the water himself. But with no Battle Lab, I'm not sure what the move is. Qien should be looking to get down here and snipe out this Dreadnought ASAP. Eagles coming. How many Eagles does it take to kill a Dreadnought? I do not know. Oh, but a Destroyer does get off 1 set of... Oh, gets the Dreadnought. Wow. And this naval battle is going to be big, but a Kirov coming as well. Both players throwing a lot of different looks at each other. Snipes out the nuclear reactor, doesn't get it, but does force him to sell, which puts him low power. The Destroyers are going to come out. Oh, the Dreadnought's out, though. Oh, no, the Dreadnought. Oh, the Dreadnought Devastating, devastating. And Qien is not killing this Dreadnought fast enough. Oh, God. Oh, the Dreadnought's going off right now. Qien had the destroyers. He just wasn't clicking. I'm not sure what he was focused on instead. There's a lot going on, so you can't blame him. But the Dreadnoughts wreaked havoc right there. So now going to come in. These GIs are pushing, though. Qien wants to control the center here. Has his pushing with Grizzlies. Can he control this Kirov? Holy shit, there's a lot going on here. Now battling again for the center. Another Dreadnought out. The Kirov coming. Running with the MCV. Qien not saving his MCV. Oh my god, Qien does save his MCV somehow, but another Dreadnought is out. Coming in with the Eagles to hit the Iron Curtain. Does get the Iron Curtain. So Qien can pull ahead on this tank battle now with the Iron Curtain down. The Dreadnought's going to take his whole base. The question is, what can Qien get done before that happens? Oh, the Dreadnought goes down? I don't know what just got that Dreadnought. I missed it. Dolphins. The Dolphins in the water. GI's pushing from the left side. Qien's got a nice batch of Grizzlies, but these Dolphins are destroying. The Dolphins are neutralizing the Dreadnoughts, keeping Qien in this game. He's got a smoking MCV, a smoking barracks. He does have a battle lab, though, and you see both players right now not building enough. Both players got more than 10K. What is this Dreadnought doing? Where are the Dolphins at? Oh, Dolphins, buddies. The Dolphins, he's not targeting the Dolphins. I'm not sure what Qien is doing right now. Qien's so focused on his offense right now. He's just letting this Dreadnought do whatever it wants. Oh, it's going to get it. It's going to get it. It's going to get it. Takes another AFC with it. He has these Dolphins. He's just not using them. But Qien's staying alive somehow. Dreadnoughts on the top side to counter these GIs, using a wall to protect them from snipers. Very heads-up move. Qien on 8K. I don't see anything coming out of the War Factory. He had lost that battle lab. Whoa. So again, the Eagles come in. 4 Eagles will not take an oil. Yeah, Qien looking a little rusty right now. Looking a little rusty. Another Kirov out. So Qien's trying to kind of catch his breath here, but he's not really in a position to do that. So Zhas now 2 nuclear reactors and 2 battle labs. That's called Eagle proofing your base. It's a good tactic against an allied player who's running this many Eagles. The Grizzlies, oh, he could be using his Eagles now to hit these Rhinos. We're just not seeing Qien, why isn't Qien using the Eagles to hit the Rhinos? Yeah, and again, and I shouldn't, I shouldn't be taken away from Zhas, but Qien's just does get the Iron Curtain though. Flak Troopers countering decently, but forced to sell off that War Factory. Might lose the barracks as well. Gonna lose a power plant. Okay, saves the IFVs. The Flak Troopers are interesting. The Flak Troopers aren't, I think he's using Flak Troopers so he can continue to build Rhinos. Pretty simple, I guess, but you don't see it very often, but it's not a terrible idea. Does take one. So he's got snipers to counter the Desos. Snipers countering the Desos here. Oh, but he lets them deploy. And again, a missed micro from Qien. He had the snipers. They weren't targeting. Let the Desos deploy. Yeah, that was a nice GI push. If those snipers could have been used to counter those Desos, those GIs could have got something done. But Qien's still out with Eagles. That's why Qien's a top-level player. He's making a lot of mistakes. Zhas is playing super top-level blitz right now, but Qien's making it happen. A lot of flak there. A lot of flak. Does get the Iron Curtain, forces the cell on the nuclear reactor, and that's a big exchange for Qien right there. And this is a tug-of-war, but Qien is certainly gaining momentum, and Zhas has to be thinking about how he can delay this game. Neither player should be comfortable with this coming down to time. Both players should be trying to look to end this. With that being said, I don't think Zhas is necessarily in a position to, unless Qien continues to blunder his units, which he's certainly capable of the way he's playing right now. Those Eagles are ready to rock. Qien's got to be looking to end this. We are that is the 2-minute warning, so we are at about a minute and a half left in this game. Force shields the Iron Curtain. So yeah, he just needs to control these Desos and push. He's got a nice group of Grizzlies right now, and now we have an elite sniper IFV. The force shield is down. Desos now. Oh, those Grizzlies are going to lose so much here. Can Qien end this game? Why isn't he killing the Desos with the sniper? What is the sniper IFV doing? Okay. Now the Desos go down. Qien going to get the MCV. Zhas looking for a way to stay alive. I don't think he's going to find one. There's a minute left in this game. Qien does have enough time. He's got a lot of Eagles to help clean out these buildings. Sells the Battle Lab. Wants to be careful. Yeah, doesn't want to chain react too much on the nuclear reactor. He still has a barracks left. Qien wants to take his time here, but again, does not want this to end. That elite sniper IFV should be able to clean out these conscripts. The Eagles aren't loading up. Qien on 12K. There's nothing coming from his base. He's not building on the backside to reinforce this. He's pushing with everything he has right now. And Zhas is on 2 final buildings. Hit the barracks, and then you got to snipe the power plant. How are we on time? About 30 seconds left in this game. And Qien looking for buildings, looking for buildings. Where are the Eagles, Qien? Where are the Eagles, Qien? Flat cannon here and a power plant on the top side. The Eagles are coming. The timer is ticking. The timer is ticking. The GI gets into damage. Oh, the flat cannon, the flat cannon, the flat cannon. Oh my God. Ends it with 10 seconds left. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow, wow, wow. And I can confidently bust it out. This is a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Game number 5, match point. I don't have a Snark, can you make a map with no timer real quick? Can you add a no timer version to the 8.2? Make sure you do the new one with the make sure you do the new one that we fixed. Yeah, the super weapons are on. The allied super weapons aren't as good in Blitz. Snark, stop using the barn burner emoji and talk to me. Okay, all right. So Snark. All right. So Snark's gonna give us a map that doesn't have a timer. Zhas, come on, man, get out of the stream. You're playing. Wow. We are in it right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you call it a barn burner. Actually, I don't know why you call it a barn burner. I don't actually know what that means. I think I read online that it's a reference to the idea, what did I read online? A barn burner is like an event where, no, it's like a farmer when you're like, yeah, I was a barn burner. Like his rats were so bad in his barn that he burnt the whole barn down. I don't really know why that means a good game in a sporting event. Hard to say. All right, so Snark is going to send us the new map. Snark, send it directly to Zhas as well. Wow. What a banger. What a banger. All right, short little intermission. Snark's going to update that map. It's only going to take us a couple minutes. Man, these guys are both looking good. Zha's looking so tough right now. Yeah, I know, but why? But that doesn't really make sense to... Okay, here's what I think would be a better idea if it came from, like... No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I mean, that's cool. Like, but then I would use it more of like, almost like don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Like the metaphor, like I don't know how that became known as like a good sporting event. I don't really see the connection. But anyway, who knows? I'm not the metaphor guy. All right, we got the new map. Snark. Can we all fist pump for Snark? Look how fast Snark cares about us. Snark really cares about our happiness. All right, now we got the map with no timer because game number 5, we're not letting it come down to the timer. We learned our lesson the hard way. For those of you who were here for the Luke and Qien fiasco last month, it was actually pretty entertaining. I'm glad it. I mean, it's pretty funny still, but. Belt, I think that makes sense. How did you do that so fast? Snark OP, dude. Snark OP. All right. Oh, what a treat, man. This is what it's all about. Like, sometimes I'm watching a game and it's kind of a blowout, and I'm kind of like, I'm starting to space out, and I forget who's which color, and I'm kind of like, why am I here? And then all of a sudden, you get a match like this. You get a banger like this, a barn burner, and you're like, why would I be anywhere else in the world right now other than watching these two bang out in the Blitz pit? And it's just, it really breathes some life into me. All right. So Qien and Zhas, we got the map, no timer. Hype for Snark. That's right. That's right. What a treat. What a treat. So versus Allied. All right, so game number 5, we're going to let these guys pick their own factions. Best of 5. Game number 5, Qien in yellow, Zhas in red. Blitz 8.2, no timer. Snark, confirm that you use the map that fixed the naval air. Yeah, fist pump for Berg, too. Berg putting this map together. I mean, I sent him a sketch on a napkin, but Berg really brought this one to life. And it's beautiful, too. It's beautiful. It's one thing to make a map, but to make it beautiful. Like the oasis in the middle, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's an art. It's art. You know what I mean? Some map makers, they're a little more rock and roll, like bang, 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 put tanks here. Berg's more of a jazz map player. You know, there's a rhythm to it. There's a beauty to it. That's what it's all about. Look at this. Look at this piece of artwork. All right, here we go. Game number 5. Both players go Allied. This is it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's why they call it a barn burner. They call it a barn burner because if there's rats in your barn, never mind. It's a barn burner. You guys know it. I know it. Let's get it going.
Are you ready for a war?
You guys are ready for a war. So we did let these players pick their own factions, and they both went Allied. So Allied versus Allied now. Dree Dash comes with the $3. I love that. $3 back into the system, back to the players. RA to the moon. Love it. So, Qien in the top right, Zhas in the bottom left. Allied versus Allied. Very interesting to see neither player go Sove here. Share the napkin drawings? I should. That would make you guys appreciate it more. If I sent the nonsensical messages that I send these map makers with my stupid sketches, then you guys would really appreciate the work that they put in. Ah, the intense, all the wood burning. I like that. I like that. All right, so both players pumping the Grizzlies now, getting those. We both see both players, War Factory and 3 oils. Oh, I get it, J-Card. I see where you're coming from. Already always picking on Snark. You guys are going to see what Snark's all about on the new zombie level, with the new zombie map right after this. Everyone's going to come play. It's free for all. It's going to be epic. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Our first point of contention, top left here. And I love this from Zhas coming right at Qien, the Octo Kid. You can't get on your heels against a player like Qien. It doesn't work. You might be tempted to think, let's hide. Let's run. It won't work. You got to go right at him. You got to try to tip him out of his comfort zone, make him play a game that's not his own. So Zhas bringing the fight to him. Nice base stretch here. Got those early pillboxes. Qien slightly more fodder here. I'd like to see a forward barracks in this position. Forward barracks could make a big difference, getting your fodder, getting your GIs into the fight. So now Eagles, while both players look at the macro, look at the back end stuff going on, both players very similar on the Eagles. Keep an eye out. First 3 Eagles come from Zhas. He's going to win the first AFC war, but Qien's going to repay the favor. Eagles for Eagles, AFC for AFC. That's what Allied is all about. We've seen it before. We will certainly see it again. So Prism Tower's out now for Qien. Qien is broke. Keep an eye on the money here. In a base battle, you need money. Funding a frontline battle like this is exhausting on your resources and your men. And when you don't have the money, you start losing morale. But that's why the crates are here. So Qien does get down and grab crates. Did he get all 4 of them? He got 3 at least. So Qien gets a nice boost to his economy there. Zhas tries to catch him while out of position here. Snipe out a few of those tanks. Not able to. So now Prism Tower for Prism Tower on the top side. Neither player has anything but the Prism Towers. 1 for 1 top side. Qien's repairing. Zhas is not. Qien comes, snipes out the AFC. And Qien, the Octo Kid, flexing right now. Paradrop in the back left, winning the Prism Tower on the top left, and coming in, should be able to win this tank battle. He's got a bit of fodder and I think a slight tank advantage here. So Zhas bringing his Eagles up, try to support on the top left, not able to. Qien rushing in now. Zhas bringing out the dogs, desperately trying to tip in this. Zhas has the money. He should be spamming. I'd like to see a Prism Tower. I'd like to see a Pillbox. Try to use that defensive advantage. Not able to, though. Does chase Qien off, but Qien gets a decent amount of value out of that. Still with a nice tank advantage. I think that fodder maybe was a bit concerning for him. Could be going back in, though. Now we see... who's going to start engaging on the top left, though? Both players very focused on this primary battle on the bottom middle. Zhas does get in and snipe out a Battle Lab. Was that a Battle Lab hit? Neither player taking a Lighthouse. Too much going on. Can't blame them. Prism Walk on the top side from Qien. Going to be able to stuff this base expansion. I think we'll see Zhas just sell it off. No, he does bring his own Prism Tower. Going to try to contest up here with his own Prism Towers. Zhas a bit out of position. Qien's going to take a bite on the top left here. Gets that Prism Tower. Yeah. This is looking pretty good for Qien. I like Zhas staying on the back end, though. Trying to get the MCV. Tries to Sui into it. Not able to. That MCV stays alive just barely. And now Zhas does not have an AFC. Lost all of his Eagles there. So Qien with a massive back-end advantage right now on 2 AFCs, half-loaded. He's got 3 AFCs. Qien's got a big Eagle advantage and a Grizzly advantage. You know, against a worse player, you're looking for a blunder right now. You're looking for them to make a mistake. But against a player like Qien, that's a difficult thing to hope for because he doesn't really make mistakes very often. So Qien should be able to clinch this one out. There's no timer to save Zhas. So Qien's just going to keep the pressure, pinching him out with the base walk from the top side, supported by a whole mess of Grizzlies. Qien hits 1 AFC. Ooh, oh, hits the barracks as well. Qien cleaning up the crates. Oh, Zhas gets a couple crates as well. Zhas' army's actually caught up nicely. Got a pretty good army right now. Qien can't comfortably push, that's for sure. Yeah, Qien's Air Force just absolutely devastating at this point. And I love, you know, we're talking on this map, Sov OP, how can Sov lose? And then, you know, you're watching some of these lower level guys who don't know as much what's going on, or, you know, players that aren't as familiar with it, Sov OP. All of a sudden you get these 2 guys banging out in here, game number 5, money on the line, series on the line. You let them pick their factions, they both go Allied. And I love that. You know, most players kind of know that. Allied has more things to do, but it's more difficult to manage. The easiest thing in the game to do is to spam dogs and rhinos and smash them into your opponent. But this is the work of art here with the Eagles coming from one side, the Prism Tower walk from the other, the Grizzlies, the fodder, the GIs, the Paradrop. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, and Zhas, like we said, I mean, right now, if there was a timer, I'd be saying Zhas is looking to run it out, but there is not a timer. Can't be saved by the bell here in match point. And Qien now with a nice Rocky advantage. Pushes in, trying to clean out some of those Grizzlies. So he's just targeting the Grizzlies right now. Gonna take out the Rockies as well, but just trying to clean out those Grizzlies, try to clear way for this push. If he gets that Patriot missile, there will be no anti-air down here anymore. Does get the Patriot missile, so now there's no anti-air in that group, so now there's no reason for Qien to push. He's gonna keep getting some chip damage here. Zhas with a lot of Grizzlies. This is great, but look at this Air Force. The back end stuff is just devastating. There goes the AFC. He's gonna try to get the MCV. Doesn't get the MCV, so hats off to Zhas for staying alive, putting on a show for us. Yeah, so the super weapons are tricky. The Chronosphere doesn't really do that much. We see people use the Chronosphere sometimes, but the Weatherstorm, the bigger super weapons we rarely see in Blitz because of the timer, so players just don't think of them. But it takes away time and energy. That's the thing. I mean, you got to remember, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. And, well, depending on if you're the Octa Kid, but... yeah, it's difficult trying to micro Eagles and Rockies and Grizzlies while building super weapons. There's just a lot to it. Interesting to see neither player go naval here. And Qien, I think, just kind of forgot about the Navy. Qien could have pushed Navy here. Qien could have pushed Navy here to end this with aircraft carriers. But there's a few different ways Qien can end this, and he chose to do it with brute force. And should be taking this one home handedly. Oh, the no timer map. We need to discuss the crates. I wonder how the crates... we have to make sure the crates keep going on a longer game, I guess. Well, anyway, glad we didn't get a bug. Would have been a real bummer. Alright. There goes the MCV. It's sad to have Zhas, Zhas, you hate to go down with this many Grizzlies, but what do you do? What do you do? Both players calling GG. Qien taking it home. The Octo Kid. The Octo Kid getting putting on a bit of a show for us there. And yeah, like I said, I mean, hats off to Zhas. He played some great blitz there, but Qien's a beast. Qien's a beast. Oh, crates are on an endless loop. Nice, nice, nice.